shakalaka. Just kidding. That was weird. Sorry. I'm not going to do a boom shakalaka. I apologize in advance for the boom shakalaka. We are here, and we are here, and you are there. You are watching or you're listening, and your ears are plugged with our voices.
Lots of voices.
It's romantic. It's an exciting time to be alive here in episode 305 of Men in the Tub.
We're doing
Men
it.
in a tub. Men in the tub.
A tub.
A tub.
A
It's
tub.
not the tub. It's just a random tub that we found in some construction zone. They were building a house, and we jumped in it together with you and your loved ones.
It is the Men in a Tub on YouTube, though.
That's right.
If you're looking for us on YouTube, yeah.
If you type in Men in a
the
Tub, it
Men in a
doesn't bring
Tub.
us up. It has to be the Men in a Tub.
It will,
All
however,
one word.
bring up a bunch of nursery rhymes.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
There you go.
Why did we name it after something that would bring up nursery rhymes on YouTube?
Well, it's,
We're the same style of humor.
I mean, where else would a bunch of guys get together, hang out, and, talk about stuff?
other than a tub, like naturally.
How about a pub?
Oh,
Men in a
Men in a
Pub.
Pub. We should have switched the
Oh,
name.
my goodness.
That's
Oi, men in a pub. Right.
We
Yeah.
messed up, guys. Sorry.
yeah, we done screwed up. We done
That'll
screwed
be
the pooch.
the English remake instead of the American remake of an English one. It'll be the other way around.
Next time we'll do it right.
Something like that.
Next time we'll do it. Season 4, right? Men in a Pub.
Men in a Pub.
We will record all of our podcasts on location in a pub.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like that idea. This is episode 5 of season 3, and we're excited to be here. Joining you as always, this is Eric, and to my immediate left,
Kyle.
Hey, it's Jeremy.
I'm Trevor.
And I'm Nathan, the special guest.
Hi, Nathan.
Nathan.
Hi.
Welcome, special guest. I like how this has been a rotating seat. Lots of special guests in and out of here.
A
It's
lot
been
of them.
great.
It's good to have you back, though. I think you've been
Yeah.
on before, so it's
Yeah.
good to see you again.
Always a fan favorite.
Well, I do what I can.
All right. So here we go.
All right.
Things are happening.
Things are happening. Yeah, I took some time and went on a trip to Colorado here this week.
Oh.
Colorado.
I went with my wife to visit her grandma in Trinidad, Colorado.
How's Grammy?
She was good. She was good.
Does she go by Grandma, Grammy, Gram,
Gran?
I think
Gran.
I think it's just grandma.
Mama? No, Grandma?
Mom.
So the traditional.
I think it's just the traditional grandma.
Did you encounter any wolves along the way?
I did not encounter any wolves along the way.
Just had to ask.
Did you have to go through woods or over a river?
There may have been a river, but Kansas has no trees, so it's like illegal there or something. It's just all flat land.
It's wheat.
No,
Yeah.
Flatland was something else.
You're probably right. I don't know a lot about geography.
But they like tornadoes.
They do like tornadoes in Kansas. But yes, we went to Trinidad, Colorado. I guess that's the place that used to be the sex change capital of the U.S.
It used to be. It's been Trump
guess it's-
since then.
Either that or it's so widely accepted all over that it's done everywhere instead of just going to Trinidad. I guess it's just not a destination place anymore.
Sad.
But yeah, so I had some adventures while I was out there. On the first day on Saturday when we were driving out, we had to make an emergency pit stop. It was-
Diarrhea, huh?
Yeah, there was some bathroom needs.
Okay.
We'll put it that way.
Gotcha.
It seemed like it was appropriate though because the place that we stopped, it was named Tank and Tummy.
Nice.
I don't know. It felt like it was appropriate.
Empty your tank, fill your tummy?
something
Or
like that.
fill
Yeah.
your tank, empty your tummy.
I think
Fill
either-
both
I like
of them.
that.
You'd fill both your tank and your tummy.
Yeah.
But not if you have diarrhea. I think it's-
yeah.
You'd probably empty your tummy. If you-
Yeah. Well, it depends on which part
You
of the
have to-
process
that's,
it's in.
That's the large intestine.
You
Yeah.
empty your tummy in the tank.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. They
I
should
believe
really
that's-
they should revise it. It's confusing. I don't
Yeah.
like their name anymore.
Yeah.
But I thought it was funny.
I mean,
it worked.
something like get and go. Now that's a little easier to understand.
Get and go.
The get and go.
Mm.
Are you confusing that with a come and go?
Nope, that's one too.
Okay,
But there's
all
the
right.
get and go.
Cool. So yeah, that was
Exclusively here on your gas station name podcast.
Yeah, yeah, but that was an adventure. Nothing would be more embarrassing than
Seeing Graham
making some brown in your pants with your parents-in-law
in Colorado.
In Colorado, yeah.
Could be a thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, the most
embarrassing.
exciting part was on Monday night when we were about to leave. We stayed in like this cabin house thing that was one of those vacation houses or whatever, and
Timeshare.
yeah, something like that. We stayed in this place, and actually I took a picture because it was really cool.
Mhm.
We'll see if Eric can get it up on the screen.
I'm trying.
I know. I'm just going to explain it. There was this goat
Image options.
that
You put it in here, and I can't do anything with it.
Well, okay, then. Anyway, there was a picture of a goat. It was really cool. Maybe we'll. Put
I'll
it
just
on
show everyone our agenda.
There's the
There you
goat.
go.
There
There
it
you
is.
go.
See, he's got this tie, and he's chewing on it, and he's got on a suit as well. He's very dapper looking, and
I
it
like
was
that.
it was right over the room that my wife and I stayed in. So I felt like that was a good sign. You know, goats.
Goats are awesome. I mean, they're right up there with some of my favorite animals. But my favorite animals end in onky. So like
Yep.
you have monkey and then
Donkey.
donkey, but then goats. Goats are number 3.
Is
but-
that the only onky?
What about
animals?
honkies?
Honkies
No,
are
that's-
white
that's
people.
white people.
Sorry, they're not on my favorite
Oh.
animal list.
Yeah,
We're not his favorite animal.
Is there any other onky animals?
I don't think so,
I
but
think that's it.
monkeys and donkeys are the
Yeah.
coolest. If I ever saw a donkey riding on a monkey, I don't know what I would do. I would probably wet my pants like a little girl. In
That would-
excitement.
That would be really funny.
I love monkeys and donkeys.
That'd be
Anyways,
really fun.
sorry, this
So,
goat.
yeah,
Goats are awesome.
There was a goat picture. That was really cool. But the other thing that was in this cabin, when we were cleaning out the fridge that night before we came home, there was a thing of chocolate that was in there. And I looked at it, and it was cannabis chocolate.
In your room?
No, it was in the fridge.
In the fridge?
In this house that we stayed in.
Was
And
it some buddy's house or something? I mean, like a family member?
I
or
don't
like
know, but it was
They're
it was in
available
there,
for
and-
others.
And
Was it like a chocolate bar or like Nutella?
it was like a chocolate bar. Like
Oh.
it literally said cannabis chocolate on the wrapper that it was in.
How much did you eat?
I didn't eat any of it,
Oh,
but
okay.
I was like, I looked at my wife and I was like, "Did you see this? Do you think anyone else saw this?" And it was
So it was like the mini fridge in a hotel. Like if you take it,
Yeah,
you have
well,
to pay
it's-
for it, kind of thing.
no, it was like a regular sized fridge in a regular house.
And you just left it there.
I just- well, I didn't know whose it was. I didn't want anyone coming after me.
Yeah, for real.
for
Maybe-
their chocolate.
I don't know if it was the house owners. You know, maybe they just didn't clean it out before they left. So I don't know, but that was
I'm thinking maybe it's like the mint on the pillow thing. Maybe it was intentional.
could have been.
That could
Yeah.
have been.
There you go. That's the greatest kind of chocolate
Cannabis
mint right
on
there.
pillow.
A cannabis
That's
chocolate
right.
mint on your pillow.
There you go.
Yeah. So that was my adventure this week. I was kind of shocked, and I was like, I don't want to have anyone chasing me down and anything like that. So I didn't eat any of it.
That's sad.
So-
That's you should eat the chocolate. When they give you chocolate, it's there for a reason.
It's true. Oh boy, I just made a mistake on there.
What'd you
I
do?
just showed our whole agenda to everyone.
Oh,
Why
no.
did you delete the goat?
Because I thought we were done with the goat. I was gonna
I
let
was
Nathan
gonna
talk about
save
his
the goat.
stories.
Nathan doesn't have any stories about goats.
I'm sorry. I'll send you a text with the goat.
I
in
think
it.
there's a picture there.
Okay.
You might get excited about it.
I don't
Eric.
think there's a picture there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Nathan had some fun this week.
So would you rather hear about my
Yes.
eczema problems or the worst customer I've ever had?
Wait, you've had another like worse than before?
No, same one.
I feel like we've had this question presented to us before.
Wait, you had the same customer again?
Same customer.
You had her
wow.
again?
We're
Like
back.
lightning
Yes.
does strike twice.
Like, did she remember you?
Yes. Like, I walk up to the table and we each have this moment where we're like, oh, it's you.
Oh, great.
So this time, I never gave her the opportunity to be a hassle because I was always heading her off, getting her things she needed before she could ask
Did
for
you
them.
bring
That
her?
is good
did-
service.
You should have brought her the sauce on the side so she could apply as much as she wanted.
She actually got salad this time.
Oh, good.
But
So did you bring her extra croutons?
no,
Salad bar.
No, that's her responsibility.
Yeah, she gets to deal with making her own dinner.
Maybe-
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, Nathan's restaurant. That's what we'll
Maybe
call
she
it.
got the salad because of her last
Nathan's
serve.
Bistro.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
I think it's just because it was cheaper.
So anyway, was she a hassle again?
No,
Oh,
Was there 2 kids
because
there?
I was on top of it.
you kept, and so did she leave you a tip this time, a better tip?
It was 23 cents better.
Oh, great.
There you-
Well,
Jeez.
you're moving up, like you're getting her there.
Yeah.
That'll
keep-
buy you not really anything.
It'll buy me most of a gumball.
There you go.
Laffy Taffy?
Ooh, Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, maybe the small ones.
So anyway, eczema problems.
You look a lot better tonight, I will say.
Yes, thank you.
Good.
Your skin looks good.
Maybe it's the red shirt. It kind of offsets it. I'm not sure, but it looks good.
It's nice to not be a monster anymore.
A monster. That's sad. Don't call yourself a monster.
Well, my boss did tell me to go to the doctor because he said I looked like I walked off of a zombie apocalypse.
Well, that
Tell
may
me-
be a harsh way of putting it.
I didn't see that tweet. Stuff my boss says.
It's because I was saving it for this.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I wanted to see your
How nice of you.
reaction.
Yeah.
Great
I like it.
Great idea.
Uh,
Halloween costume.
Yeah. Don't
You're
take your
made.
meds. Let the eczema come back. When do you need to start? Probably the 1st of October to give it some good
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Get
Yeah.
some really maybe
Scratch
some
it real good.
flaky skin on the face.
Use
Stuff.
bubble bath as detergent.
oh god.
This could work.
No, it was Head and Shoulders.
Oh, you used Head and Shoulders as a detergent. That was kind of the catalyst, right? From
That's-
your eczema
I think so.
problem. Why now? How can you explain how you used Head and Shoulders?
As detergent?
And like how did you get that mixed up with the detergent bottle?
It's
Because
not-
if I remember, Head and Shoulders is like in this little bottle, and detergent's usually like in a big
It's not,
bottle.
It's not that I got it mixed up. It's that I was out of detergent and I didn't want to go buy some.
So you thought this will help my skin not be scratchy.
I thought this will get my clothes clean.
Oh no!
And you didn't think I could go down 2 doors and pick and ask if they have some deodorant. or
You're
not
like
some
Head and
detergent.
Shoulders.
Trevor,
It
not
should
deodorant.
work on my clothes.
Trevor, which part of I don't like bothering people did you not understand?
I suppose.
To not be a bother, I will use Head and Shoulders. Did it like froth up differently in the wash machine?
No, it looked almost identical.
Oh, okay. But then, yeah, so it was like I
But
said, it's
then I
kind of.
spent the next week just going,
Oh, I'm so itchy.
This feels uncomfortable.
And then it just kind of spiraled out of control until your boss told you looked like a zombie and that you had to go to the doctor.
Well, that was partially because you weren't sleeping well, so I think that probably.
yeah, it
added
was
to
literally getting so itchy that I would lay awake for hours and hours at night,
Mm.
and I would get maybe like 2-3 hours of sleep total.
Jeez.
Painful,
Yeah,
but
that's a
much
nightmare.
better.
Oh yeah, much better.
Good. Good to hear.
Well,
So was there anything specific that they said about it, or was it just they gave you some creams to rub on it and
He prescribed me some steroid pills, told me to take
Yes.
antihistamines.
so you're not roid raging at the moment.
I am not.
That's
Not
good.
that I've noticed.
That's great. No roid rage.
Unless this is what roid raging feels like.
Uh-huh. So that's good. I'm glad
But-
it's resolved.
But the doctor said it was
Did you get any chocolate?
no,
Oh.
how about a sucker?
no.
Doctors these days.
Slackers.
He did say it is eczema, but it's also something else, something I'd never heard of and still have trouble pronouncing, like ureticorsa or something.
Okay.
I've never heard of it, and I said, so it's like eczema plus, and he goes, yeah, basically.
He's like, yeah, it's really rare, but it's found common in people that use shampoo as detergent. And you're like, oh yeah, that's me.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So, anything else?
No,
No. Okay, cool.
just feeling much less itchy.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, last night I watched a documentary called "I Am Chris Farley"
I saw you tweet about that.
on Spike TV, which I was really kind of surprised
I
because
mean, you're a big fan of Chris Farley, right?
I mean, I guess as much as anybody. I'm a big fan of SNL, like the early '90s SNL. So
The good years.
yeah, and so I think by proxy, Chris Farley. But it was cool to see. I never associate Spike TV with like these heartfelt, very like well done documentaries. Like when I saw it, I was like, this is gonna be like fart jokes and stuff. Is gonna be terrible. And like they did such a good job. Like, this was such a good documentary that like it made you laugh, it made you cry. All of the good things were there, you know. But it's such an interesting story to see those guys. I mean, especially when you see like how far like of a departure like Adam Sandler has made, and now he just makes terrible movies, and he used to make like fantastic, stupid movies.
Didn't at one point he like blamed it on his kids? Like, I've got kids now, so I have to.
I
I
don't
think
know.
it was when he got clean, wasn't it? That was
well,
where there was
but
a
see,
shift.
there was like a glimmer of hope, because right after he got clean, he made The Wedding Singer, and it was like, okay, he can
Okay.
still make
Yeah, it was
great
a good
movies,
movie,
because
yeah.
that movie was fantastic.
That was a good movie.
And then he kind of kept it up, but it just seemed like it slowly. Which I mean, I don't know. It's kind of terrible to give credit to the drugs he was on, but yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to see. It's a sad story, but it was. I guess I'm almost more surprised that Spike put together this thing. I mean, that's like the people that brought you 1,001 Ways to Die and like these other like kind of weird exploitative shows and things. So I don't know. But if you get a chance to look it up and watch it, you should check it out. Even if you're not that interested, I think it's kind of cool to see that story and like you know, see where they come from.
Did they talk about his last words?
I don't think anybody knew. I mean, that necessarily.
From
Is
what
there a
I-
rumor?
From what I've heard, his last words were, "Please don't leave me."
Oh.
To the hooker that left when he was ODing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Did
yeah,
she
they
come
didn't.
forward and say that, or?
That's the only way I can imagine the story would have gotten out.
Yeah, because they didn't. I mean, they
Again, never fact checked it, but
I guess they
what I hear.
kind of. I mean, one of his friends said, you know, how he died on a linoleum floor, but they didn't really, you know, they didn't elaborate on that. I mean, you know, they had Lorne Michaels on there, you know, who's kind of ran SNL since the beginning, and he, you know, and I thought, man, this is kind of weird, because didn't he fire him and Adam Sandler around the same time? But I guess it was NBC that like some new execs came in and they didn't like Farley and they didn't like Sandler, and so they fired him. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's one of those things where it's like a cautionary tale of like some people just aren't cut out for fame. You know, it's like they just don't know how to handle it, and it's kind of sad.
You know, we've got that covered. You know, I think we can handle the fame.
Jeremy can.
Men
Jeremy's
tough.
so famous.
maybe not Kyle.
Maybe
I
not
don't think
Kyle.
so.
Kyle can't handle it, but Jeremy totally can. Yeah. Anyways.
All right, well let's move on. I've got some stories that I want to share. One, I don't know. Have any of you guys ever stumbled into a bathroom in the middle of the night?
Yes.
My own bathroom?
Any bathroom, really.
Just some stranger's bathroom?
Yeah, I mean, if you've ever stumbled into a bathroom before, you know you're kind of groggy. You don't realize what's going on. Apparently, and I don't know if I see exactly where this took place, but
I'm going to guess Africa.
I'm gonna guess Africa
Maybe.
as well.
That's stereotypical.
Could be India. Could be.
There was a lady that went to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and there was a giant elephant in there.
Naturally.
Naturally, it was snacking on some water, and you know, I mean, that would absolutely terrify me.
Do you
to wake
snack
up in
on
the-
water? Is that what you do?
Well,
When you're an elephant.
Oh,
Yeah,
I suppose. I thought
When
you
you're an
snacked on
elephant.
peanuts.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe they snack on both.
Okay.
I don't know. So okay, maybe the elephant was not snacking; it was just drinking.
When you think about it, a bathroom might be a good place to find some peanuts.
It might
water.
be
Or corn.
It could be. Could be. So I don't know. That's
Poop
just
jokes.
kinda-
Sorry. Go ahead.
that was funny. That's absolutely terrifying. I mean, have any of you guys ever had an animal in the bathroom?
Yeah,
and you
I've
woke
got
up
a,
in the
I've
middle
got a
of the night?
great story about this. One time, I was invited to this like very elite park, and things kind of went crazy, and I was sitting on the toilet, totally got eaten by a dinosaur. It was it was a Tyrannosaurus Rex. It just like I was like just sitting there in the toilet. The walls fell down around me, and I was eaten by a dinosaur.
Were you a lawyer?
I was a lawyer at the time. I'm no longer in that profession.
Were you the only one on Dr. Hammond's side?
Yes.
Okay.
When
Yeah.
you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyways.
I got.
No,
one.
really though. I mean, has anyone ever?
I've got a story. It's
Random
not really a story. It's
spiders?
more like a fear.
Well, let's hear it. What's
You know, so I don't know about you guys. So you're talking about stumbling into the bathroom, finding a big elephant. I was thinking you're going totally, like something in the toilet type thing, but
There was an elephant in the toilet.
Well, there was an
Like
elephant
a-
trunk in the
Well,
toilet.
that's
You
like
see,
the size of-
it was an elephant that didn't know it was pregnant, and it actually gave birth to the baby elephant in the toilet, and stuff happens.
this actually like came to my mind the other day. It used to be something when I was a kid that was like terrifying for me. I don't know if it's like there's a particular phobia for this. Maybe someone could find that if there is. But in the dark, sitting on the toilet, I don't know. Like I remember as a kid, I always had this fear that there would be something in the toilet that like a spider or like something that would
Like a snake?
come out of the toilet and like bite me.
Yeah.
Like, and
But
I was just
did
like,
it happen?
so I wouldn't want to sit on the toilet in the dark. So I'd like have to like
Well, turn a light on.
make sure. Well, yeah.
Yeah, turn the light on.
But sometimes you're like, oh, I don't want anyone to know I'm in here because it's gonna stink or something. But and you're like, or you're at night and you're groggy and you're like, if I turn the lights on, my eyes are gonna hurt. And
Just cover your eyes.
I'm just saying.
Kinda
I'm just-
squint.
I'm
so
just-
even today, like public, I've got to look before I sit.
So you haven't
No.
actually had an animal in the bathroom
No.
when you okay?
But I have a fear of that.
Because I have
Something in the toilet.
what?
I literally have.
What was it? A raccoon?
No. When I was just a freshman in high school, the summer before my freshman year, I went on a camping trip. Grew up in Colorado, so went on a camping trip with some friends, and there was an outhouse near where we went, and I had to go in the middle of the night, and
As you do.
Couldn't turn the lights on because there was
had to go to the tank and tummy,
There you go.
No, and so I, flashlight, walk over there, go in. This outhouse was weird because there was no roof on it, so it was open. And I kind of stumble in there. It's the middle of the night, and I think that there is like this pine tree that's like leaning over into the bathroom, and I don't think anything of it. I hear the rustling, but I'm thinking, okay, this is the wind. It's whatever. Well, I stand up and turn around, and I kind of hear something that startles me a little bit more from this sound of movement. And I put my flashlight up, and there's this porcupine that is hanging on the wall right behind where I had just been sitting down. It was literally hanging on the wall. I
Pine
kid you
needles.
not. It was, and as I realized what was happening, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" That was almost really, really, really bad.
That's got to be the worst place for a porcupine.
I know, right? You're just completely helpless there.
Needles in the chode. It's a rough one.
All right, next
Something
story.
as a story to tell your grandchildren.
Yeah, that
Right.
definitely is a story to tell your grandchildren.
Let me tell you about the chode needles.
All right.
Beware of the chode needles.
They'll get you. They hurt real bad.
Needles are gonna get you. Needles are gonna get you. Needles are gonna get your chode.
All right, so Amazon has some new technology that they have been using.
Clorox wipes, they've been around for a while.
Yeah, that's what it is. They're called dash buttons, and they are buttons that you order. You basically pay $5 for this little dongle thing,
Dongle.
and when you press the button, it lights up green, and that means that you have ordered another of whatever it is.
So you just put them, can you put them around your house in places that you...
Yeah, you can put them in like
Have that stuff.
your your bathroom. If you need the bathroom.
This is super
cleaning stuff.
convenient for adults, but if you have any children in your home, you would end up with 30,000 Glad bags and
Push the
10,000 Clorox wipes.
Well,
and
I'm glad that you mentioned that because they do have a fail-safe that's in this. I'm trying.
you
to
can
find
only
where
hit
that
it
was.
once, so every day you order Glad bags.
Yes. So, but there is an option to be able to cancel it if something like that happens.
But what if you don't know?
Well, that is true. That's something you may
Amazon
not know.
Prime, man, you could have it at your door in 2 days.
But you're supposed to receive an email when an order has been placed.
Oh, okay.
So if you're near your phone within a reasonable amount of time, you should be able to cancel the order.
My son would be like Pop-Tarts.
So yeah, and they
Pop-Tarts.
said that it only responds to the first press until your order has shipped and arrived.
Oh, that helps.
So that should cut down on it, unless you decide, oh, actually, I want to order another one. You have to wait another 2 days or whatever if you've got Amazon Prime. I don't know. What do you guys think?
So are these like specific to to a product,
Yes, they are specific.
or can
to a
you
product.
code them to a product?
I think that there is supposed to be an option to code them, and that's something that may come later. Or you set it up so, I mean, like if you're talking about like Glad bags, I think that you can
Yeah,
select
like, I
which
want the-
type of bags.
Okay.
Or if you're that
With
person that bought that huge, like, 10-gallon bucket of lube on
gonna
Amazon
be the
Prime
lube.
Day.
And you need a spare.
yeah.
Well,
Can I-
it only works for.
Can I code this for my lube?
Yeah, I need another 10-gallon.
Keep the
bucket.
button by
Do
my
you
bed.
really need a button for a tank that big?
Yes.
Yeah.
What if you run
if
out?
you use a lot of it,
I guess.
yeah.
I have sensitive skin. I only bathe in
Slather.
lube.
Yeah, slather yourself in it every single day.
I like to feel like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix in the morning. Yeah. So clean. I feel reborn.
I'm Neo. No, so this is something that they only have them for certain companies that have set them up. So,
So
it's
they
not
probably
something that
pay
you can,
for it.
Exactly.
It's an advertising thing.
Exactly, and it does cost $4.99 plus tax to order one of the dongles. So you spend money to spend money with this, but
This is a
I
good
mean,
deal
it seems
for-
like an
Hashtag
interesting.
third world problems.
Yeah. Wait. Okay.
First
Maybe.
world problems.
There. Okay. There we go. I was confused.
Not having many problems like this in Africa.
I push the button.
No, this is great. This is great. Combine this with last week's Facebook.
Wildebeest meat.
That is.
I need more spears.
Oh, this is so first world.
I think I know where you were going with that, Jimmy.
Yeah, so the plane who's providing the internet access could just dump a whole bunch of these.
Oh,
over
like we
some-
talked about. Was that last week?
Yeah.
Be like,
Facebook.
you guys need some water filters? Just push the button.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
That could work. I don't know.
Alright.
Do you think? I mean, I know.
Of course,
you guys
then they
are-
would need a
Batteries?
Words. They would need words to explain your thought.
Yes.
Word button. Boop.
But I know you guys use Amazon a lot. You mentioned your 2-day Prime shipping. What do you? I mean, is that something you'd be looking for?
No.
You think you'd give it a try?
no.
I don't order like household goods on Amazon. Yeah, they're
Okay.
too expensive.
That
You're
and
too-
there's
and
a
you're
local
too scared?
grocery store now that
Huh?
delivers, so that kind of thing works.
Are you too scared of your children?
Oh, not really. I mean, I would put them in high spots, you know.
They.
So
Yeah. That's a good idea.
yeah, but
if you ever
People
get
didn't
them,
think about that. That's a good
yeah,
idea.
I don't. I mean, it's kind of like it's maybe like the future, but this is just really leading more and more to our ultimate future, which is never leaving our homes for anything. Like that's you're gonna. Companies are gonna realize it's cheaper to let people work at home.
3D printer for any.
Yeah,
you know,
your
thing
shower
you need.
curtain ring busts. You print a new shower curtain ring.
I mean, that's the dream.
Yeah. I mean, everything is delivered to you. You have the internet, your entertainment. You watch movies. Everything is there. You never leave your house. That's the future. And Amazon is delivering it. You know, one
you.
dongle at a time.
I feel like that's
Thank you,
everything
Amazon.
Trevor has dreamed of.
I see. Whenever I hear this, though, I always have the. It's a song going through my head, though.
That it's the end of the world as we know it.
No, it's like I can't remember the name of it, but it's like in the year 99.
Oh, the year 2525.
That
That's
one.
the song.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one.
And it talks
Yes.
about it's just like your legs got nothing to do. Some machine's doing it for you.
So it's like
just
Wall-E.
It's like
Wall-E?
I don't know. It always creeped me out as a kid. So whenever I think about not having to leave home, I just I think of
I want my legs to do.
I just can't wait till
Oh, no.
the hover rounds actually hover like in Wall-E.
oh, I would totally buy a hover round.
Whirr.
That would
They
be
could
awesome.
take you to the Grand Canyon, though.
Then you could just you could have on your armrest of that chair, you could just have all of your Amazon dongles just lined up, sort of
Yeah.
like toilet paper, do, like
No,
boop,
because anytime you'd rest your arms, you'd order everything.
perfect. I need more beef jerky,
Applesauce.
more Twix bars.
Yogurt?
Applesauce. That's a really good one because then at that point you're not going to be chewing either.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, you-
All my teeth fell out.
Now I
Yeah.
just want applesauce.
Can I order another toothbrush, servant? Boop. Brush my teeth. Yeah. Anyways.
All right. So
Amazon is the future.
Amazon is the future.
Amazon's the future.
Another thing that's going to be in the future is another movie coming out. It's going to star Leonardo DiCaprio, and it is the next movie that is being directed, I believe, by Martin Scorsese. I mean, does this guy make any movies?
Is he really that short?
He might be.
DiCaprio looks like a foot taller, and I'm pretty sure DiCaprio's pretty short.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
a tall guy.
But I'm wondering, what's DiCaprio gonna do?
Maybe Martin Scorsese already has his hover around chair that floats.
Probably.
He's sitting in
He's got money.
Yeah.
But what is Leonardo DiCaprio gonna do when Martin Scorsese is no longer with us? Because
Are you saying he's gonna die? You can say it.
Well, I'm just saying he's
He
older.
is mortal,
and he is
as
older.
far as we know.
as far as
He's
we
like
know.
I think he's like 80 or something. So and it seems like
Don't judge.
over half of the movies that Leo has done have been directed by him.
Did they meet at a NAMBLA
At least
meeting?
since his career resurrection. Did they meet at a what?
Never mind.
He asked if they met at a NAMBLA meeting.
Oh no. It's the dark side to
It's the
Martin
North
Scorsese.
American Man Boy Love Association.
Have you ever been to their website? It's
No! Why would I go to their website?
it is so creepy.
Why would anyone go to their website unless they're looking for Man Boy Love?
Oh no.
I was curious.
Ow! That hurts my ears.
That was
Sorry.
really loud.
No.
That was really loud.
Why was crickets?
I don't know.
There was
'Cause
no
who-
silence happening there.
There should have been though.
That's right.
There should have been.
Should have been over. Yeah.
This took a really dark turn. I was not prepared for that.
So,
do they have a-
DiCaprio?
So DiCaprio's going to be in a movie where he's the first known serial killer, or a first documented serial killer in America, who's confessed to 27 murders, but is said to have killed up to 200 people in his lifetime.
I think he could be good at
Is
that.
it
He's kind
based
of got a
on, like, a-
creepiness to him.
So is it based on a true serial killer?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
based on a real life serial killer.
So this is the second time that he's played a bad guy in a movie.
What was the first? Oh,
Django.
Was that Django? Yep.
Mhm.
Okay,
Oh,
but
well,
this one he's going
Wolf
to
of
be
Wall
the-
Street, he was kind of a bad guy.
Oh yeah, that's true. That was kind of one of his darker roles, I guess.
And you
But-
could argue The Great Gatsby was kind of a bad guy.
Okay. Yeah,
I did like that movie though.
I never saw it.
I didn't either.
I never saw it.
I enjoyed it.
Looked like poo poo.
Well, there's something about the Roaring Twenties and Jay-Z's music mixed together that it just did it for me. So,
Okay then.
yeah.
I'm just douchebag enough to enjoy this movie.
I don't know how that plays out, but you're probably right. I am douchebag enough to enjoy it.
Sorry, Kyle, that was mean. I'm sorry.
So yeah, I'm excited. This has some potential to be a really good movie.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah,
Right now.
when the trailer's out, we'll have to.
Yeah, we'll update you and
We'll
and
have to
hopefully-
not watch it. You know why? So here's the thing: YouTube gets super ticked off when we stream when we stream trailers on our show. So every time I go to edit our video, it's like, you cannot edit this because it has copyrighted material, and it actually talks to me in that weird voice. It's creepy. But yeah, so just saying, we might watch it.
Thanks,
We might
YouTube.
not. YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, you just ruined the world.
Look at the celebrity lookalikes.
Wait, don't we use YouTube for that though?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, so that's why I don't get it. It's
So
like
YouTube's getting mad at us using itself.
because we're inceptioning it and it doesn't like it. This video will not be viewable in some countries.
That was also DiCaprio.
Just trying to bring it around, you know.
Right.
Bring it all around. So, all those people in LA, they don't have a lot of water right now.
Yeah, there's a big old
There's a
drought
big
going
old
on in the
drought.
Californias.
It's a problem. So LA is
There's
trying to do
multiple.
something about it.
Monkey.
They have introduced some shade balls into a reservoir. Shade balls.
Shade
yes.
balls.
96 million shade balls have been
Could
put
we clarify
into
what a shade ball
Is
is?
that
Yes.
like the fish?
We're like, yo,
called
son, your ball's
shad?
dropping shade up in here.
That's exactly it.
Stop throwing all that shade. Balls.
Is that like your version of like Los Angeles?
Throwing shade. No,
I don't.
No.
I don't think.
You throw shade or you drop shade?
I think you throw it.
Oh, okay.
You throw shade.
You throw shade.
You
yeah.
throw shade.
Yeah, like if something throws a shadow against the wall.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so
exactly like this.
So shade balls
these-
make water.
No. What they do is they're supposed to protect what little water they have.
Okay.
So are they drinkable?
No, these look like they're pretty big. They look like they're pool size, maybe a little bit bigger.
Okay,
like
so
pool
explain
ball
the
size.
science behind
so
this.
Basically, these are these balls that will float.
Okay, they're balls.
above
We got
water.
that.
Yeah. How many times can I say balls here?
I don't know.
Black,
So
shady
basically,
balls.
these all will kind of cover up this reservoir to help protect the water
From evaporating?
from evaporating,
Oh,
as
'cause
well
they're-
as keeping animals out of it and keeping
Because animals are like, them balls are shady. I ain't going close.
exactly, and keeping carcinogen bromate that can be formed if
That's
if
a
stuff
big
is
word.
hanging out. It is a big word. I got
Carcinogen
through it though.
bromate.
I got through it. So
Is that like a
but
roommate
they've got
that's a
some other
bro? I
pictures
feel like
here.
that's a roommate that's a bro.
Yeah, it's a
It's
bromate.
my bromate.
Yeah, it's what happens when you leave water out too much. Your roommate just turns into a bromate,
Yeah.
and it's bad.
And then he gets carcinogenic.
But so it'll help keep the water from being contaminated and shield the water from like wind blow dust and help it from.
Okay.
You know what we're going to
doing
hear
that
about
stuff,
at some
so-
point? We'll be like, there's all these shade balls out in the ocean floating around with all
Yeah.
our trash.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah.
Well, but they're supposed to be economical too, because I think they said that they're only 96 cents per ball.
Only. But how many did they put in there? You just-
96 million.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I
a dollar
mean-
a piece.
Yeah.
What's
Or, I'm
$96
sorry,
million
not
dollars?
96. They're 36 cents a piece.
Oh,
I'm
it's
sorry.
much
Oh,
better.
okay.
Much
Oh,
better.
so
It's only a third the cost.
$35 million.
Jeez.
Whoa,
All right. Well,
save the money.
anyways, there's.
You got to save your
There's
water.
shade balls
There's
in
a
the
lot
water.
of pictures of them. It's
Oh, I should scroll down. Oh, look
Yeah.
at there's this guy
Oh, okay.
handling his
yeah,
shade balls.
There they are, dumping the balls in the
Uh,
water. Balls in the water.
Yeah, there's guys with cameras filming the balls.
So it's like little kids come up to it and they're like, "Ooh, ball pit!"
and then they
And
drown.
they drown.
Yeah, I don't know if
Sad
I don't know
story.
I don't know if they would feel as gentle on you
Look
jumping
at this
into
guy.
as the ball pit.
He's like, "Tell me my future, Magic 8 Ball."
Should
That's kind of what it looks like.
Should I throw this in the water? All right. Well, shade balls. There it is.
There you go.
We
Shade
got
balls.
Now you know how we're going to beat
Survive the
drought.
apocalypse.
That's right. Save
I
water.
think, I think that's really all I had.
Okay, great. Good. I'm glad you're done. What does Nathan
Take
have
the
on the
lead.
table?
Yeah, so
You have some things to talk about, I assume.
I do have things to talk about, thank you.
Okay. I'm going to go and I'm going to open up your story.
Okay, so this is about,
Politics.
well, really, there's not a lot I can say about it that the video won't say, but it's a former Navy SEAL who's now running for Congress who also happens to be transgender.
How does that apply?
Technology empowers
Technology
us to
empowers us.
pushes us to go
That's
All right, I'm going to turn the ad down. Well, you continue to explain. Someone else has their ad blaring on their laptop.
It wasn't me.
Yeah,
It
who
wasn't
did
me.
that?
Jeremy.
Awkward.
So what's the deal then? Or should we just watch the video when it starts here in about 6 seconds?
I could explain if you want me to, but the video can do that for me.
Okay,
And
here
then
it goes.
you'll elaborate.
We don't care about hair or makeup or dresses. We're here to shoot.
We're here to shoot.
This is business.
I kind of still care about hair and makeup. That's okay. We're here to shoot.
Are they making bacon?
I don't think there's any bacon being made.
No bacon.
Ted Cruz was not harmed in this video.
We're here at the Upper Marlboro, Maryland Small Arms Range, just 20 minutes from Washington, D.C., and I'm about to meet up with a friend of mine named Kristen Beck.
We get some of the black ones.
That old-timey
the silhouettes.
robber guy?
The old-timey robber guy. I like
From
that
like
guy.
West Side Story?
I like him. Okay.
Okay.
He might be one of my friends.
She was formerly Chris Beck, a U.S. Navy SEAL.
I am Senior Chief Chris Beck.
You might remember a while back a documentary called Lady Valor. It aired on CNN and it chronicled Kristen's transition to a transgendered person.
In some ways, this is way more mentally and physically rigorous than many things I've done in my past.
Since then, she's decided to run for Congress right here for Steny Hoyer's seat in Maryland. Tell me why you are running for Congress against a guy who's held this seat since 1981.
Why not? That's not the reason.
Yeah.
So somebody's got to step up. I can't sit back and just watch. So I served for 20 years in the Navy SEALs. I served for my country, and I want to continue to serve for my country. And I just think it's really important.
What kind of guns are we going to shoot today?
This is a SIG.
Good. Get to the
226.
guns.
It's what we use in the SEAL team.
Jeremy, look,
We're going to have
guns.
an M4, and we also have an 870 shotgun.
Slow motion replay.
Ooh, I like how it went
Does training.
backwards.
She consults.
All the shooting that we do.
Was
is
she gonna
all
shoot at the wall?
instinctive. It's on safe.
Looked like it.
It's on safe.
With no sights. Put it up real quick. Now look at the sight. Are you on?
No. It's high.
Really slowly pull the trigger. Nice. You're in
Slowly.
the bullseye. One more.
I know you're, an LGBT advocate. Now we've got Bruce Jenner, now Caitlyn Jenner, who's in all the headlines. You've been through everything she's going through now. What do you make of it all?
It's a pretty tough time for anyone.
Do you relate to her journey now?
There's a lot of things I relate to. But then you have a whole
Like
level of
guns.
things that I can't relate to. So I can't relate to the Kardashians. I can't relate to reality TV.
Yeah.
I've turned down 2 reality TV shows.
So what's on the agenda in terms of your advocacy?
You're lost,
my
buddy.
advocacy right now is living a good life. I've been dating someone for about a year and a half. This is my fiance, Heather.
meet you. And your happy dance, amazing.
Oh my gosh, the happy dance was the best. So we didn't trade rings. You notice I don't have a ring on?
Yeah.
We traded guns.
Thanks for letting me shoot your
How
engagement
romantic.
gun.
Jeremy, do you have an engagement gun?
So we don't do rings in our family.
No.
I just want to say, I think that CNN lady shoots guns better than I do. Just throwing that out there.
Probably true. I think the most impactful thing with this is the level of depth to what she's going to bring to politics. I mean, she's like he, I don't, whatever it. Yeah, I want to change stuff.
That's so
I
mean.
want to serve stuff. I want to serve my country. It's almost like Donald Trump. They both had the hair for it, so I think it's going to work.
Did you just call?
I figure we're like on this Trump roll, So I think this
Referred to a
person just
human as
trumped.
an it.
trumped.
Well, it was a good run.
So,
Oh gosh.
yeah, Nathan, what spurred this video? What?
I didn't have many stories, and this,
Oh.
I don't know, this seemed like it would be worth talking about. I don't think she's going to win, honestly.
Maybe because that guy is entrenched.
Yeah, because he's so entrenched.
Like
It's hard to win against incumbent.
Yeah. Well, and that's part of just Jeremy could speak to that. I'm sure, like the whole,
No.
term limits and gender equality.
And of course,
Old Boys Club? Is
yeah.
that where we're going with this?
Yeah.
and of course, this video is all I found on the subject, so I don't know any of her political stances or anything. So,
But they said
It is
that
just like Trump.
she was in like a video, or had a documentary based on her previously. So, is anybody familiar with that? I've never heard
I
of it.
think I
No,
had
yeah.
passed it one time
Like
on
in-
CNN,
Oh,
flipping
okay.
through channels and sat there for a minute or two and then got bored.
You would get bored.
I don't know. It wasn't. It
didn't speak
suck me
to
in.
you?
Yeah, it didn't speak to me.
Wow. Wow.
Well,
It.
I think we're in a weird.
It meaning the documentary. I just want to throw that out there.
I mean, I think we're in a weird time in our country and our society, and I think there's probably people on both sides of this argument and in the middle and everywhere else. But it's
Questioning,
interesting. It's interesting to see these things kind of come into the forefront. I think stuff like this has been around probably forever, but it was so taboo and whatever.
So it's cool now? It's like-
I wouldn't say
I think it's
cool.
just part
it's
of the landscape of the country now. I mean, this is something that isn't going to necessarily go away if nothing else. I mean,
Yeah.
And
even with Jenner, I think that really kind of pushed the envelope as far as, hey, this is acceptable now. It's on TV. It's in our face all the time.
And I don't
So-
mean for this to be insensitive, but it's like when I think about life in general and the stresses that you have just getting through basic life as it is, like why I mean, and maybe it's just because this isn't a struggle for me, but I don't understand why you would want to add the extra stress of going through these transformations and going through the surgeries and going through, like it's like like she even said all of the. It was physically the hardest thing she'd ever had to do. Like, why is that something you want to put yourself through? Like, just getting through life is hard enough most days. Like, what? And I mean, there's such a high suicide rate in people that do this because they all of a sudden don't feel accepted or it's not working out the way they planned. And I guess I wonder, I mean, are we that tied to a sexual identity that it identifies who we are specifically by, like, I mean, is there not other things to identify ourselves with? I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe that's just something because I've never experienced it, but I don't know. I question what, I guess I struggle to compare it to something like that I can understand, you know, like what, anybody have anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, I think that a big part of it is the fact that if you don't feel like yourself in your skin, I mean, I guess I could understand that. I mean, there's people that
maybe it's just because I'm terrified of doctors and I don't want anyone to fillet my genitals. Like
in its most simplest form, I suppose. Yeah,
that's the only thing that's keeping me from being transgender. My fear of doctors.
Let your freak flag fly, R2D2. Beep, beep.
Wow.
Well, from what I understand, they don't let anybody undergo professional transitioning until they've undergone a lot of therapy because it is a last resort treatment.
Yeah. But does it actually, I mean, is it well documented that it actually helps, that it actually cures whatever their ailment is? I guess their mental ailment.
I wouldn't know. I've never looked into it, but
we should do it. We should look into it.
All right, next week.
You'll report back.
Next week, expose with Nathan.
Nathan will follow up.
I get an editorial.
Yeah, we'll post it on the website, minuteatub.com, by the way. So you added something else here, I see.
But it is a trailer, and you just had your thing about trailers.
Yeah, so I don't know.
It's up to you.
I don't know how much we want to show of it, but why don't you go
about it?
Just go look it up, okay? If you haven't seen it, Tarantino's back, right?
Yeah.
Elaborate.
Yeah, it's the new Tarantino movie. It's Hateful Eight. He's doing a Western again, it looks like.
Yes.
Sweet.
I'm excited.
I do have to wonder, he loves bouncing around from genre to genre, so I wonder how long he's going to go on Westerns for a while.
Yeah, it's only his second one in a row, though, isn't it?
I guess. He
I
did
mean,
incorporate
the one
some...
before this was Django, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're a different time period, though, right? I mean, they're so...
I think this one takes place in earlier, like, Old West, because, like, Django was kind of in a transition, like, kind of in, like, the
Reconstruction era.
Yeah.
This is much more wild. Or
no, not
West.
even Reconstruction, because they were actual slaves. That was actually pre-Civil War.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, tell us who's in it, Nathan. Do you remember?
No.
I'm guessing Samuel L. Jackson's in it.
I saw Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep, I saw him.
He's in every Tarantino flick.
I think I saw.
Kurt Russell's in it. He's one of the lead.
Who was the other one? Channing Tatum. Did I see that?
Oh yeah, I think he's in it. Maybe.
Interesting.
The guy from Justified, the bad dude, Boyd Crowder.
Oh yes, Walton Goggins.
Yeah, Walter. Was it Walter or Walton?
Walton.
I don't know. Anyways, it looks fantastic. It's Quentin Tarantino. It's gonna be great. Don't hesitate.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just go see the movie when it comes out. I know I will.
That might be a Men in a Tub date.
We'll
when
make a date of it
when that comes out.
So Jeremy, talk to us about the alphabet. We want to understand.
Yeah, so, we're talking about big companies. We got Amazon out there. I'm waiting for them to change their name, but Google
What
this
will they
week-
change their name to? Jungle.
Yeah, there you go. No, so Google, right? Like Google's now like in the dictionary as like
A verb.
a verb, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now Google's like, hey, we're gonna change our name just out of the blue. Like it was a complete surprise.
I don't know that they necessarily changed their name though, did they?
Yeah, they did. So
they now have a new parent company.
Yeah, but
right?
But that's what they were. So what they did was they actually kind of said, well, instead of Google being everything, you know how Google has like Google Glasses and a search engine and cars that drive themselves and all kinds of other kind of startup companies that do weird things. They basically said, wait a minute, this isn't going to work. This isn't what Google is. Google's going to kind of be what it used to be. Back up a little bit, be the search engine and some of the other earlier items. and then let's create this company that manages that and all of the rest of our other enterprises. And the interesting thing about it is that the CEO of Google is now the CEO of the parent company, and there's a new Google CEO. So it'll be interesting to see how it kind of shakes things up. The people who have
They do this just so they could claim bankruptcy.
You know, maybe that's it. A little bit of separation of control or risk, maybe, with some of their more odd things that they're trying. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But if you have any Google stock, there's a trade up thing that they're doing with.
So they changed.
Alphabet.
They did change the name to Alphabet then.
Correct. Some interesting things about that, though, is there's going to potentially be a lot of potential trademark issues with it. They don't own Alphabet.com. Right, so that's actually
whoever owns that just made an absolute killing.
Except they said they won't sell.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone will sell. It's just a matter of Alphabet finding the right price.
Well, they said they've had 2 other offers that they've turned down that were sizable.
But probably not Google money.
Yeah.
Well, it's BMW who owns it.
Huh.
Why would BMW own that?
Well, Alphabet's actually one of BMW's subsidiaries that does specific types of car parts for them.
Weird. Maybe because their brand is in the alphabet.
So yeah, maybe.
BMW.
But the interesting thing about it is Google still has the Google car, and so if that becomes part of Alphabet, there's some potential for a trademark violation because. There'll be, is it the Google car? Is it a BMW car auto thing? So
I don't understand corporations. All I know is that they're people.
Yeah, so, the guy that owned the Twitter account, though, he's going to make a lot don't make
There you go. That's true.
He's going to make a lot of money.
All right. Well, that's it.
Don't Google it. Alphabet it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's pretty lame. But
you should work in marketing for Google.
That's just the parent company.
I should. Speaking of parents. I can transition because it's my own story.
King of the transition.
Earlier it was brought up, right? Transgenders. Bruce Jenner, right? No longer exists, right? Mm-hmm. Now it's what? Caitlyn. So Caitlyn's daughter, teenage daughter, said, "I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing Bruce back."
Why is there a picture of a rabbit?
Because that is Bruce Jenner.
Aww.
Yeah.
Bruce is much furrier.
Isn't Bruce cuter as a bunny? I just thought that'd be. I'm curious about what the teen.
I'm glad that you're keeping up with the Kardashians.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm just curious with the teenage daughter. She's reaching out. She's only lost Bruce for a couple of months now, and needed to have a new Bruce Jenner in the family. So.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
That's good.
Special.
Good for her.
So now when someone asks, "Who's your daddy?" it gets real confusing.
That's that bunny.
I have no dad.
Big Mac Attack. What's this about?
I don't even want to say. I just want to watch. You guys can enjoy this. Lovely
is it a video?
It does have a video
there. Okay, cool. It's loading, and there's probably going to be an ad.
A Union Township man was arrested after allegedly punching a man and ransacking his home, all because he didn't get a Big Mac. According to police, Thomas Veris returned home Wednesday to find that the victim had eaten 3 Big Macs and hadn't saved one for him. Veris allegedly knocked over furniture and appliances and threw food throughout the home and then punched the man in the face several times. Veris was taken to the Washington County Jail on charges of simple assault and harassment. For 11 News Now, I'm David Johnson.
So, all right. Big Mac Attack. Don't eat his Big Mac, I guess.
So I didn't quite understand the story. So like his friend bought some Big Macs?
His brother. So they're siblings. They live together. And his brother was at home, ordered 3 Big Macs. I guess he went out and got them. I don't think there's a delivery for Big Mac service, but
maybe. There probably is.
Maybe. But anyway, he ate the 3 Big Macs. The other brother came home and went, "What? You didn't save me any Big Macs?"
Yo,
and so he starts like trashing the place.
And where's my Big Mac in the face?
Where's my Big Mac?
I can't believe you ate it. I'd like to point out he threw food all over the house, so there was food there.
Could have eaten that food.
Just wasn't a Big Mac.
It wasn't a Big Mac.
This is just like, it just always reminds me of people that just don't grow up. I mean, you can totally see a toddler doing something like this, You ate my food. You know, something that's not even theirs, but like an adult. Oh gosh, yeah.
Yep.
Well,
So
he was really hungry. I mean, in his defense, he was super hungry. He hadn't eaten all day. He wanted a Big Mac.
All he needed was that Big Mac, and since he didn't get it, he went into a blind rage.
The other guy did eat 3 of them.
Yeah, fatty. Save
3
one for
Big
your
Macs.
brother.
Come
He probably
on.
did it just to make him mad.
That's true.
Trevor, what's up? Yo, dog.
And
stuff.
Halo 5 was
Is a video game.
It is indeed a video game.
Coming out the end of
ESRB
Quarter 3, 4.
rated it T.
T.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a departure from the trends. I guess I should have looked up. I don't remember, but the last several Halos have been M rated.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Which I'm not sure what for. Like maybe a little bit of blood or something.
It
The
probably
article
blood?
mentions it.
Probably was blood because there's never been much language in these games.
Yeah.
There was
mild
quite a-
language.
Pretty sure they spoke English in most of them.
Yeah.
No, I
But this is obviously a ploy to get younger kids or to allow younger kids to be able to buy it. Because like I think
It's gotta be.
Because
well, on one hand, it's kind of refreshing to see just because everybody in the FPS genre.
It's gotta be
They're
M-rated.
just like, oh man, we gotta drop F words all the time, super manly.
F-bomb.
F-bombs. No, I don't know. It's just anymore you can't really find many like really good FPS games.
Yeah,
That
because we know what the F stands for in FPS.
Fart.
Yes. Fart person shooter. Well, yeah, I mean that's good. I mean I think it's I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of like Halo never needed to be an M rating though.
No,
like even it didn't even feel like it when it was rated M. So that's cool. I mean, all them teenagers. I think the other thing that's interesting about it is like you go to like a game store, you're underage, and you're trying to buy an M-rated game. They're probably now, I think it's gotten to the point where more than likely you're not going to be able to buy it. Like even Walmart, the register pops up and says, check ID. But a teen game, I mean, it doesn't matter how old you are, you could probably go in and buy a teen game. So they're going to see probably some more sales because of that. But and plus parents that are like, I don't buy M-rated games for my kids.
So I may have missed this, but did that get moved up for its release date? I thought that was supposed to be like holiday season originally.
Yeah.
Is October 27th. Yeah.
Is that the beginning of holiday season? I
mean,
I guess I
it's-
was thinking, more like
I figure
Black Friday or
October,
something.
November is kind of holiday season.
Okay. I guess I think October. I think November, December usually when I hear holiday season. So
Yeah, but they put
that's-
Christmas stuff out in stores like immediately.
Already.
It's true.
Already.
It's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess I think
Yeah.
think that mostly because of Halloween, which
So, Trevor, you were really excited about Star Citizen at
Yes,
Gamescom,
and
which was
actually-
last week, right? Gamescom.
Yes.
Get 5.
Okay.
Gosh, yeah.
There's a loud video. I'm not gonna let that. I'll just let
Yeah.
that play softly in the background.
The audio is kind of annoying anyway. So
Yeah.
But so I'm gonna put on my little hat here.
Hey, it doesn't
You
fit
should-
over your
you should
headphones.
put it under your headphones.
Okay, fine.
Come on.
Trevor is a citizen of the Star.
That's how you'd wear that if you were in a spaceship.
So I have to put this on just to be a little more honest. I'm a bit of a fanboy of Star Citizen. It excites me a lot. But last week at Gamescom, they
And you're
showed
wearing your
off-
NASA shirt.
Yeah, and so yeah, you can tell I'm a bit of a space person. No, but Star Citizen really excites me. But so last week at Gamescom, they showed off kind of their this is like what they call their multi-crew module. Basically, that just means lots of people can be on one ship, and
So they each have like roles on the
yeah,
ship?
everybody has a role. You got gunners, you got your pilot, you've got people at a weapons station, and they all have like tasks that they can do. And you have your sensor station if you really have, I don't know. But
So you're saying only one person can be the captain?
yeah,
I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Yeah, so you got one person that's probably kind of in charge. But so what's kind of
be
exciting
Spock?
about
I want to be Spock.
they have like the localized physics grid is one of the really kind of the cool things. Which
Nerd talk.
it is completely nerd talk, and it's just so nerdy to be excited
Explain
about
it for
But-
non-nerdies.
It
basic-
looks cool.
Basically, what they do is they each like individual ship has its own physics grid, and if you're spinning your ship around, and you got people walking around in it, it won't they'll be constrained to the gravity of that ship, and they won't be flipping around and stuff, which might not sound impressive, but that is kind of a pretty big technical feat.
So let's get to the meat of this.
Yeah.
If I want to get in on this game, what do I got to do? How much cash do I got to fork over, Trevor?
You only have to fork over about $45.
Only $45. What $45? What does that get me?
That will get you a starter ship. And
the starter ship, let's get this clear, it sucks.
And
the people that spent $15,000 on their ship are going to destroy you.
Well, okay.
So this is like a
there's not one ship that's $15,000. You can buy a $15,000 package, which includes many ships. But
Trevor, have you bought the $15,000 package?
Not yet. He's working on it.
It's savings.
As soon as I buy my house, I'm thinking that's my next big purchase. So.
Oh boy.
Is this a thing that banks are going to be able to look at this stuff as collateral now? Well, what do you got in your Star Citizen fleet?
They'll I can't think of the word now. They'll confiscate your Star Citizen fleet.
I mean, this takes in-app purchasing to a whole new level.
So I'm going to try to explain it from a dummy's perspective. What Star Citizen is it's early access. It's a game that's not out. It's still in development. And so to raise money for the game, you can buy different spaceships for the game. But this is obviously not a tangible item. This is a digital thing. And you can do dogfights, but that's it. But what's the most expensive ship just for a ship?
Gosh, I think
$5,000.
No, I don't think any of this.
Is that a package?
Okay, I'm trying to think.
But it's a lot.
It's a lot.
If you want a really nice fighter ship, it's $300.
It's the best the best starfighter that they have right now is $250, I think.
$250?
$250.
Oh my
Real dollars.
So,
That's what it hurts my brain to understand because you can't even do anything with it yet other than fly around and shoot stuff.
Which, yeah.
I want to also point out that I think that if we all decided to play this game, our ship would get destroyed real quickly because I don't know that we could.
Oh, it totally would.
I don't know that we could operate a ship together. The five of us, I don't think that we could do it.
We'd go out, tick some big guy off, and get blown up instantly.
I'll be the ship's custodian.
You're in charge of rolls.
It depends. Can I hurl insults at them?
Oh, you probably would tick off one.
Sweet.
See, we'd
Jeremy,
be in
that's called shooting a laser at someone or a torpedo.
Yeah.
That's throwing an insult.
Great.
But I guess if you're passionate about it and you want to support the project, it makes sense. But it seems like it could just disappear, and no return on investment. But you said that if you wait when the game's out, it's $60. You get everything. You don't have to pay all this crazy. So this is just for the people that are.
You can be, not a moron with your money and wait and just pay.
How much money have they raised though? It's in the millions.
$87 million.
Okay, yeah.
So wait, when is this game supposed to come out?
It's important to note that there are two aspects to this game. There is what they call Squadron 42, which is basically their AAA kind of single player title, and then there is Star Citizen, which is a kind of MMO. It's more of a shared world adventure game, as they're calling them now. But so Squadron 42 is actually supposed to be released within a year. Mm-hmm. Star Citizen probably will not be released for another couple of years at least. At least the full thing. And they will. That's why they have these modules, and they'll release those. Currently, they have the starfighting module, which is called Arena Commander. They've been talking about the first-person shooter module for a long time, and that will come out in a month or so.
So it's kind of like Doom.
How is it like Doom? Please explain.
Because it'll be it's coming out eventually.
Oh, well,
sure.
They have had problems meeting their deadlines, but they're all very airy. I'd rather have them take their time and actually put out a good product, which is what they're focused on. So.
Well, especially since you have invested some money into it.
Yeah, since I have some, I'd much rather them spend my money well.
Money.
It sounds like a nerd apologetics.
Oh, it's totally nerdy.
That's crazy.
I feel like we talk about Doom a lot on here.
Yeah, Doom came up last week. That's weird.
Speaking of Doom,
yeah.
no, that was your segue.
Oh, I'm
bad-
sorry.
bad
Oh,
segue.
Doom? Oh.
Are you
It wasn't
talking?
any worse than any of yours, Jeremy.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, he
Okay,
gets what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Okay, so Fantastic Four. I don't know if anybody was actually interested in seeing it.
It looked like poo poo.
It's gone down since the last time I checked.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
that.
Gosh.
So for reference,
9%.
I believe Pixels has a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yikes.
So that kind of gives you a little perspective. Oh, by the way,
9%. 9%. Fantastic Four.
So
9%.
So Eric, when was the last time that Rotten Tomatoes did a horrible, had a really low rating, but you actually liked the movie? Because I think there's been a couple.
There's never been one this low that
Okay.
I liked.
All
They've never been that far off. I mean, the one I watched, like Snowpiercer, got really good reviews, like in the 90s, and I hated that movie so much. So I mean,
that was one of those movies where like I kept going, something's gonna happen.
yeah.
I'm gonna keep watching for another 5
The
minutes.
protein
Something's
bars
gonna
are made out of
happen.
crickets. Oh no.
Oh no.
So, yeah, this, I mean, it's sad to see it, but I mean, at some point, the whole comic book movie thing is going to implode, and I think it might finally be starting a little bit.
Now, I want to ask a question here because if this movie or this movie series, the Fantastic Four, if they're picked up by Marvel, if somehow they're able to wrestle that away from Fox, would you be? I mean, what would you expect with that?
It would be better. They wouldn't
Maybe.
have teenagers trying to be their lead actors.
Maybe.
No,
Maybe.
those people are teenagers.
They look like teenagers.
That Rock looks like a
that's like
teenager.
their goal. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I mean, maybe Marvel could save it, whatever. But it's just, when do you just start to not care about like these movies? They just keep coming.
I already stopped.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
3 movies ago.
Yeah, it's just really hard to care anymore when they just keep pumping these things out. It's like, can we do something else? Let's just do something else. So, anyways,
If the rights revert back to Marvel, they should just make that unreleased movie from the 90s canon.
there's a Fantastic Four movie from the 90s?
Yeah,
Oh, what's it called?
The Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay, great. Sold. I like this idea.
Harvey Korman was given like $5 million to just make a movie so that they could keep the rights to it.
Wait, is that the movie that they reference in Arrested Development?
It is.
nice.
All right.
Love it.
So, Skyrim, I don't know if anybody's still playing that game. I actually just started playing this game, and then this story came out about a mod. It makes it look like cartoony. It almost makes it like a Pixar kind of thing, you know?
So it'll be teen rated?
No, it's just a mod that like adjusts the.
It's completely
graphics.
visual, and it. I mean, some of it looks better than other pictures. Like that picture right there that we've got up there looks really good, but it. I don't know. It's interesting to see what modders do, and that's one of the reasons I love PC gaming. Is just because these modders have just different perspectives that they don't bring out.
Did you install this?
I have not installed it yet.
You got scared.
Well, I just switched over to Windows 10, so I'm still in that whole I want to keep my computer pure stage. You know, it's where I don't want to install random crap on it.
Oh, because of the PC Master Race.
Oh yes, PC Master Race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't want to get a virus on there.
It's not. I don't know, but I might later. I kind of stopped playing Skyrim after a while again because I don't want to actually beat the storyline ever. But so yeah, I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Well, cool. You should go download that if you have a PC and you want to play
Skyrim.
cartoon Skyrim.
There you go.
I think it's a fantastic idea. I wonder if it looks as good as those screenshots because it does look pretty good.
Not
Could
as
be.
good as a donkey and a monkey, huh?
No. I want to talk real briefly about Benedict Cumberbatch. Not only is his name fantastic.
And elegant.
Whoops. I just put our agenda live on the screen instead of this video.
Rookie
Yeah.
mistakes.
I'm talented at the internets. So this is a video. I'm gonna preface it a little bit of Benedict Cumberbatch. He's performing Hamlet on Broadway, I believe it is, or at least some stage performance of Hamlet.
When's Sherlock coming back?
And so we live in this society where everyone is watching every live event through their phones because, like, I guess they're gonna watch
Periscope,
it later,
including
like
ours.
Yeah, like I don't know, but anyways, this is his response to this crowd after his show. Let's watch. Oh, I'm gonna preface it. I think he does say one potty word. Plug your ears.
But he's British, so it's okay.
Yeah. So here we go.
Can I ask you all a huge favour? Can I first of all say a huge thank you for those of you who are here tonight? I really appreciate it. But all of this, all these cameras, all these phones, everyone filming me, that you put this to good use, because I'm so sorry about us stopping twice. It's been a hell of a week. It's been one damn thing after another, as someone once famously said. But what I really want to do is try and enlist you. I don't use social media, and I'd really appreciate it if you did tweet, blog, hashtag the shit out of this one for me. I don't mind this is part of it. Photographs, whatever, outside, fine. I can see cameras, I can see red lights in the auditorium, and it may not be any of you here that did that, but it's blindingly obvious, like that one there, that little red light. It's very, very obvious. So we started again tonight with To Be or Not To Be, which is not the easiest place to be going to play, full stop. But for the second time, even harder. I could see a red light in about the third row on the right. It's mortifying. There's nothing less supportive or enjoyable as an actor being on stage, experiencing that. And I can't give you what I want to give you, which is a live performance that you will remember, hopefully, in your minds and brains, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, rather than on your phones. So please don't, and it will get strict from now on. They've got devices that are coming on Monday that will have people detected and evicted. So I don't want that to happen. That's a horrible way to have to police what's a wonderful thing. So listen, this isn't me blaming you, this is just me asking you to just ripple it out there in the brilliant, beautiful way that you do, with your funny electronic things. Sit there with my pipe and book. I'd really appreciate it. So God bless you all, and thank you very much for coming.
The funny British man said something funny. Ha 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 ha. No, but I thought that was such a cool, I mean, I'm kind of a fan of his work, but I thought that was such a cool way to handle that. Like, I mean, you could tell he was pretty irritated, and he seemed to maintain his composure and not just yell at all of those idiots with their phones. And you keep hearing boop, boop, and like all these like flashes and everything.
I think that's my favorite part of this is that, like, as he's saying, don't do this, we don't need to share this, but somebody's filming it and it's gone.
Well,
like,
but that's actually his intent on that part, because
I
he was
understand,
asking,
but I mean,
get
it
this
is
out
funny.
there, tell people to stop filming and stop being idiots. Which, I mean, I feel like we're one step away from people just like periscoping in a movie theater, so like other people can watch the movie with them. Like I don't know.
I think that Periscope is.
But there's like all these people with concerts videos on their phones and iPads. Are they ever watching that? Like, are they ever gonna pull that up and go, oh, like it's terrible audio?
That's what it sounds like.
You're like way too far from the stage, and there's not enough zoom on those things to get close enough to actually see anything. Like, what are you doing? Like, are you ever gonna enjoy that and look back and go, that was great? And maybe if you do like a minute or two just to say you documented the moment, but these people record the whole concert on a phone or something.
I like the ones that take all of a sudden there's an iPad up there, and they're not watching the show; they're watching the iPad,
which is downgrading the experience.
I'm gonna not enjoy this now, and then kind of not enjoy this later.
It's like, I'm so used to seeing this on a TV screen.
This feels
that
better.
I can't see this in person.
My arms are tired. Wonder why. Yeah. So I don't know. I hope we can maybe move past it. Maybe once. I don't know. I think it's still kind of a novelty, the fact that we all have like video cameras in our pockets, and that's just got to be part of it. I could do it. So on Vox, this story comes from Vox.com. Everybody farts, but there are 9 surprising facts about flatulence you may not know. Yeah, this one's gonna come in handy here. Number 1, you produce about 500 to 1,500 milliliters of gas per day and expel it in about 10 to 20 farts.
A day. So wait a minute. Everyone farts 10 to 20 times a day.
Yeah,
That's
an average probably.
This brings a great idea. I think we should all start keeping fart journals.
Trevor, you were on it.
Trevor,
I want to hear about it.
Next week.
We're all going to journal our farts.
And if you want to send us your fart journals, send it to iwannaget@meninatub.com.
Please do.
I have a feeling there's definitely some plus 20 days out there, you know?
I've had those.
Yeah. So yeah, they talk about how like the type of foods you eat can cause more or less farts.
Beans,
like
beans,
a lot
magical
of
food.
carbohydrates will cause farts and that sort of. There's the foods you associate it with, like beans and broccoli and stuff like that. Number 2, 99% of the gas you produce does not smell. So 99% of it doesn't smell. A lot of the silent and not deadly is what 99% of the research has found. Or actually,
I believe it.
The research has found that never mind. So yeah, beans make you toot. Gum and soda can make you fart more. So if you want to break that 15 to 20 a day barrier,
There you go.
stock up on the gums.
I wouldn't have guessed gum, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's because they say that you're kind of inhaling more
air,
and then it's making you gassy. And farting is a result of a healthy, complex ecosystem in your intestines.
I'm going to keep reminding my kids of that.
Yeah, so Dad farts because he's healthy and it's
right.
organic.
That's right. For your health.
Yeah. So yeah, farting is normal, and yes, girls do it too. Number 5 is there's a simple reason why you don't mind the smell of your own farts. Now this
that's
one
not always true.
is interesting.
Not true.
What you're
There is
repulsed by
plenty-
your
There have been times.
Yeah.
Everybody likes their own brand.
Yeah. It's kind of like they say, like in the article it says how you walk into someone's house and you're like, oh, what does that smell like? And the people in that house, almost like a family, they kind of work as an orchestra in a way. They didn't say this. I'm kind of ad-libbing it.
Wow.
But they're harmonies. They've created this smell in harmony with each other. So they don't notice it. They enjoy this scent that they've created in their home. But when you walk in, you're like, what is this repulsive smell? Are you cooking Cuban food? But
why does it smell like dead skin?
Yeah, I guess.
In seaweed.
But it's just, it's their brew, the family's made that. But it's something about just becoming familiar with it, and you just that's me. That's what I like. Number 6 is yes, you can light a fart on fire. And I
Knew that one.
That's
seen
true.
it.
Knew that one.
I have seen it.
It's
multiple
dangerous.
occasions. It's
Don't do it.
Number 7 is no, you can't hold a fart in until it disappears. That is not true. It'll eventually come out.
People think that?
I guess.
It just hides and waits to come out later.
Yeah.
Might be able to
Peekaboo.
squeak it out a little slower,
Beano, if you use Beano, cuts down the gas production by starving these bacteria. But they say, it's not a good idea. Just let nature rip, as they say.
Because as we've already established, farts are healthy.
Farts are healthy and organic. Starving your fart-producing bacteria is not a good idea. So make sure you're brewing the farts, and it's good. I mean, I feel like we've kind of just digressed into this terrible fart joke for the last 10 minutes. But it is what it is. This is science, people. This is science. For most people, actively trying to limit your gas production isn't necessary. The amount you produce is the result of both your balance of gut bacteria and diet. And unless you're experiencing other sorts of problems, such as painful bloating, it is not wise to mess with it, is what the article says. So, I
think my mom takes this to heart.
Your mom
Takes
farts
this to
a lot?
fart?
I've got so there was this. I got a story, if that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Tell us about your mom and her farts.
So this is great. So I had been married for
14 years.
at the time it was about a year. Some of you know I had a really bad motorcycle accident my first year. Anyway, so we're at the Mayo Clinic up in Minnesota doing some stuff with my eyes. And we're in this. We go to get in this elevator as we're getting ready to leave, and the elevator's full of people. I mean, there's probably at least 12 people already in this elevator. It's one of the really large elevators. It's got a door on both sides, and it's like, wow, there's a lot of people in here. So you know how everyone gets in the elevator, and you turn around and you face the door, right? So we're like the last 3 people in, barely enough room. We turn around, and we're like face against the door close. The door shuts, elevator starts to move, and all of a sudden, Kyle, with the sound, right? I mean, but like twice as long as that, right? And my mom, there you go. Thank you, Eric. Just being healthy. And my mom just kind of goes, well, when you got to do it, you got to do it. And we're getting off at the very next
Your mom loves
floor.
this story, by the way.
Oh, she loves this story. We tell it often. So
I'm going to clip this
we
out
go,
and post it on our Facebook page.
So the door opens, and we're like, okay, well, there's all these people in here. We're all going to be getting out. No. The 3 of us get out, and the door shuts again. So they're all stuck in there with my mom's fart while we leave.
That's a great story.
It was a pretty good story.
It's a good fart story.
Yeah. Healthy.
One more thing I was going to hit on is that China blew up yesterday or last night or whenever.
Money.
Whenever the last time it was night for them.
Yeah, I don't know.
At Unilever, we want our brand.
Boo ads.
There's ads.
What's a boo ad?
It's when you have an ad for your boo.
Why would you advertise your own boo?
Well, you know, things get complicated. But this is so in China, I think it was like, maybe was it around midnight their time? There was this huge explosion, and this video is taken from, it looks like an apartment building or a hotel room. Someone was filming it
vertically.
Yeah. So you see the light go, but then the delayed reaction is crazy by the time it hits their window. Yeah, that it gives you chills when that hits, because you're like.
So is that why they devalued their currency yesterday?
I don't know, but I can't remember the name of the.
Why was that not in all the major news?
Yeah, I don't know. They weren't really talking. There's a huge explosion. It killed at least 17, and the injuries are in the hundreds.
I think it said over 300, didn't it?
Oh my goodness!
But it was what city was it? I can't recall the name of it. It was Tianjin. But it's kind of like this place where they kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a new development in a way, and there isn't a lot. Fortunately, there wasn't a lot of people that live there, but there was a chemical spill, and these firefighters were trying to put it out, and as you can see, that they weren't very successful, and kablooey. So it kind of blew up on. Pun intended. Sure, why not? It kind of blew up on Twitter. A lot of people there's videos all over Twitter. But yeah, it's crazy.
See, the first thing I thought of was Godzilla, but that's
Japan.
That's Japan. So I was off, wrong country and whatnot. But man, I did not see that video until just now.
Yeah, that video is shocking. Just when you kind of see you see the explosion, it looks like fireworks too, which is kind of crazy. When it first goes off, you kind of see
take it back a little bit.
There, it's like slow motion fireworks just going through, and then it hits, and it's just it's terrifying. You would think that it was the end of the world, you're getting a nuke dropped on you.
I can't imagine waking up to that.
Yeah, they said it felt like an earthquake in certain parts of the area, but
first they're escalators, now the city parts are blowing up.
They'd be like, why is the U.S. attacking us?
Yeah, what did we do? So there it is. It's just some news that I didn't hear about, and I thought maybe everyone else would want to hear about because it's interesting.
If you didn't hear about it, how did you put it in the list?
I heard about it, but I didn't, and then I did, and then Twitter helped me. So,
Thank you, Twitter.
But anyways, you know what time it is. It's this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, It's time for advice in 60 seconds. You know the game. A tubber attempts to answer as many Yahoo answer questions in 60 seconds as possible. Only yes and no answers, but one wild card answer, which they can give any answer that they want. Tonight's contestant, the man on my right, Eric.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to answer these questions so hard.
The record is 11.
Okay.
It
Can
has
you
been
beat it?
tied twice.
And that's Nathan
Sure, we're
and
muted here.
Nathan and you don't like my timer
I
going
don't like
off?
the timer. I like the other one.
We don't okay, I guess.
I
I'll
like-
mute it. So all right, I'm going to answer these. I'm going to beat the record of 11 tonight.
Don't look at my screen.
Okay.
I don't want to give away the answers here.
Got to stretching. Going to do this.
Get her done.
All right, are you ready?
I have to start my own timer too.
You
This
have
is
to start
stressful.
Would
Okay.
you like me to start the timer?
No,
for you?
I'll do it.
Okay,
Just
you
let me know
ready?
when you want me to go.
You tell me when.
Marks, get set, go.
Gender gap.
Yes.
How is the Sumerian god's name Enki pronounced?
No.
I think I have an MS help.
Yes.
Oh, scroll. What if the Chicxulub Impractor became a satellite
Yes.
instead? What are some good supernatural shows with a good-looking cast like The Tomorrow People and The Vampire Diaries?
True Blood.
What should be my first motorcycle?
Yes.
Good metal bands.
No.
I'm an Aquarius woman who finds herself liking a Virgo man. We've been seeing each other for 6 months, yet he keeps sending me mixed signals.
Yes.
What's the typical rate of self-storage per square foot?
No.
What want to earn extra cash?
Yes.
Manual car question. Help?
No.
Men or women only good for sex, cooking, and childbirth?
No.
Is it hard to buy a shotgun in South Carolina?
Yes.
Am I spoiled or is this normal?
No.
Should I stop using the Neutrogena pink grapefruit wash?
Yes. What did I get?
Oh my. Oh my.
Did I win?
15.
Woo!
Wow.
And
We've got a new record.
Beaten. Record beaten.
Wow.
I knew like halfway through he was gonna beat us, but I didn't know by how much.
True Blood. True Blood.
I would have gone with Supernatural.
Those were
True
those
Blood
were
is
some tough questions
terrible.
tonight. There was a lot of misspelling and just randomness. I stumbled through those.
Yeah. Thanks for ruining.
Hey,
I
you still got the
I
record
won.
here.
And for the record, Kyle, you did pronounce that correctly, as to my knowledge.
Okay.
Inke.
Well,
Okay. Good.
That
Good
is
to
good.
hear.
That's important. It's important.
Good to hear. We got some
so,
emails.
Emails.
Yeah.
Emails up in here. We got an email from Zach, who he sent us a link to the Donald Trump insult generator, which we're going to bring this up here because, we like it when people send us things. And, of course, we're going to put Jeremy in here because, he's political and stuff. So this generates a Trump-esque insult. So we'll put Jeremy's name in.
oh man.
Jeremy. There it is. We spelt it right. And let's have Trump insult Jeremy. Here we go. And it looks like Twitter. Jeremy needs a new pair of glasses.
That was lame.
That was pretty.
That was pretty
bad insult.
Okay, let's try
You
it again.
fired.
When will Jeremy start to apologize to me?
Yes. Oh wait, we're not playing the
no,
game.
it's wrong.
These are pretty weak.
Well, this is like his
sauce.
Jeremy works really hard, but is a guy who doesn't have it. A total loser.
Finally.
It was a little better.
That's
but-
okay, we're good. Jeremy did really poorly on television this morning. I hope they are okay.
Just the perfect level of condescending.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jeremy is totally overrated clown who speaks without knowing the facts.
Yes.
It's really
All right, he's starting to move down the right direction.
Jeremy works really hard,
hurt.
but is a guy who just doesn't have it. A total loser. Hey, he just keeps repeating
Oh
himself.
man, repetition. Yeah.
Jeremy, what? We already got these.
No content. That's
Why
what
does
it is.
Jeremy
That's
constantly
Donald.
seek out trivial nonsense? It's
like he knows you.
He must know you.
must.
It's like that's really close.
Thanks, Donald.
Jeremy apologized to me, but I will not accept their apology. I will be suing them for a lot of money.
There you go.
Dummy Jeremy.
That's the best one.
Liberal clown Jeremy. Do you believe highly overrated Jeremy? What a dope.
Oh.
Boring guy Jeremy. Jeremy lost much of their money on that run. That's why Jeremy carries his own bags now. Jeremy was terrible.
Carries his own bags now. That's such a posh insult.
Hokey garbage Jeremy. Do you believe highly overrated Jeremy? What a dope. All Jeremy does is talk. When will Jeremy start to apologize to me? Jeremy is terrible. Boring guy Jeremy. Okay, we're starting to repeat ourselves. Anyways, thanks, Zach, for emailing us.
Thanks, Zach. Appreciate it.
We actually got another email that came in kind of, in the late hour here. This email comes from Tyler, and he says, Dear Men in a Tub, my wife recently purchased a small potty training urinal for our son for potty training. I guess that's why they call it a potty training urinal. She gave me explicit directions to never use it. However, I cannot not pee in it. It's like a heroin addict sitting in Motley Crue's dressing room. Do you have any advice? So can we help Tyler not pee in his child's potty training pee urinal?
Yes.
What is your advice?
No, that is my advice.
Oh, that's your advice.
Go ahead and do it. Just go for it.
60 seconds.
Just go into the wind. I would say I'm not sure why you want to do it, but if you really enjoy it, maybe just clean it up after you do it so she doesn't know you're doing it.
Don't let her watch this.
Yeah.
I think it depends.
Or you could just congratulate your kid.
Yeah, and just be like, look, he filled it up with potty.
Good job.
And they're like, this bucket weighs more than him now.
But is it because there's Cheerios? Or,
Cheerios in the pee?
Wait.
How are you
Hold
peeing
on.
Cheerios?
No one else tried training a kid to
like bullseyes.
Yeah.
Like
targets.
I was concerned there for a second.
I thought you were peeing Cheerios.
Yeah, that's going to be painful.
Perios.
Perios. So yeah, I'd say just go ahead and do it if you want. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, don't let the kid or let the kid see it. Like, maybe that'll help him. With the training.
Like monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
One time I couldn't get my dog to urinate in the snow because it was cold. So it was dark. It was late in the night. So I just peed out the porch in the snow. And the dog ran out there and did his business because he was so ticked off that I marked his territory.
That's right.
Or was he pissed off?
Oh, there it was.
Oh, you suck.
Twice in a row. So I don't know.
I mean, if it's that big an issue, I mean, the question is how upset will his wife be?
That's why you clean it up later, afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose if you're I don't know, that's a tough call. I probably would have a tough time not using it myself. So I guess. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess
make sure you clean it up
and just do it. Just go for it.
Or blame it on the kid and be like, is he seriously coming in here by himself already?
Yeah, he's super good at this. He's so
Except
talented.
that might backfire when he
really
then pees
dehydrated.
himself.
We should get him some more water.
Yeah. That's a good one. So there, I'm glad we could help you out. And thanks Tyler and Zach for watching and listening and caring and
tell all your friends,
all that sort of thing. If you want to email us, go ahead to email us and we'll hook you up.
I want to get at meninatub.com. You can also send us messages on Facebook or Twitter. We'll respond to those too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know.
We love your interaction. It's our favorite thing. So to close out the music tonight, we didn't really have anything planned, so I just typed into Google cool music. Cool. And I figured that would be a good way to end it, right? Because what better music is there than cool music? Cool music. Yeah. So let's see what we get with this one. Thanks for watching again. We do appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. Enjoy your lives, and we'll see you next week at the same time, 11 p.m. here on Men in a Tub.
There it is.
And I guess this is cool.